Hey guys, I'm your host Detective Zack Foxen and you're watching Forensic Geek. Today, we're at the Kennedy Space Center. Behind me is the space shuttle Atlantis. Let's get started. See, NASA was formed during a period of great unrest. It was the two superpowers, the US and the USSR, fighting for domination, and it led to what was called the space race. At the end of the 50s, October 1st, 1957, I believe, is when NASA was created. It would be a few years later, in 1966, that they built the Kennedy Space Center. But it was that space race that launched one of the most endeavoring adventures that mankind ever took part of. And eventually we sent somebody to the moon. So it takes 687 days for Mars to travel around the sun. That's in Earth days. So today we're gonna go look at the journey to Mars. So extraterrestrial exploration poses lots of different ideas and lots of different challenges. Some of those awesome people that deal with these challenges are engineers. And they're the ones who get us into space and help deal with issues that we encounter in space. But robotics engineers come up with really cool things like the Athlete. And this is an all-terrain hex-legged robot that roams over steep and undiluted climates. And because of its different legs, it can rove or it can walk. So, engineering, pretty cool stuff. So this is a Saturn V rocket. It was what took Apollo 8 to the moon. Now remember, Apollo 8 didn't actually land on the moon, they were in orbit around the moon. Each one of those 5 engines contains enough power it creates 7.5 million pounds of thrust. Well, it takes a lot to get out of the orbit of Earth and to a completely different planet. Or, in this case, a moon. On July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 landed on the moon. We put a man on the moon. Not the United States, not Russia, not any other power. We, as a human race, put a man on the moon. It's incredible what we can do when we unite together, the technology that we can use to advance our own culture, our own civilization, to stay more connected with one another. Just like this show, I'm connecting with you, regardless of who you are. I've struggled with what to say at the end of this episode in light of the recent tragedy and terrorist attack in Dallas. And you may say terrorist attack, yes, it's domestic terrorism. All I can ask, all I can plead, is remember we're all one race. Not black, not white, not Hispanic, not Asian, not Mongoloid, not Sumatran, it doesn't matter. We're all human. Please remember that. And that no matter what, violence doesn't solve anything. Let's have a civil conversation on the issues that our country faces. Let's come to a conclusion together. If we can put a man on the moon, we can get our culture where we want it to be. Thank you. God bless. I'm Detective Zack Foxen. I'll see you next time.